Hi guys, Juarez here. Now we will talk about wave management, most important aspect of top lane and the game. There is three topics in wave management which we all know: freezing, slow pushing, and fast pushing. Let's see how are these wave management things are working and how we can implement them. Then I will talk about which one is more important. Okay, fast pushing. Fast pushing is a very simple concept, which is you use every ability you have, not abilities with a long cooldown. Sometimes you do, but not all the time. Then you would recall or roam. A slow pushing. A slow pushing, which is you get 1 minion lead in every wave. You build the wave, then crash it into the turret for several purposes. 1. You wanna dive enemy laner. 2. You wanna recall and get back into the lane. 3. You wanna roam and get lane control. Because when you crash a huge wave into the turret, eventually the wave will bounce back to you and you get a freezing. So, freezing. Freezing is a very important concept. You will get a 3 or 4 minion disadvantage. What does that mean? It means your enemy has 4 or 3 minion lead on you. Freeze happen when you have dueling potential and enemy is afraid to take a trade with you, while he's so pushed up in the lane, because when you pushed up in the lane, there are several disadvantages along with advantages. Disadvantages are if you take a trade and won that trade, you are not able to continue and killing him because he will get under the turret. But if he win the trade, he can easily chase you down and kill you. You may get ganked, and it happens very often. When you are able to win 1 versus 1 against your opponent, you can freeze the wave and zone them from gold and XP. Remember, you must be stronger than your enemy and winning the trade. Till now, there was nothing hard about it, except for winning lane and freezing the wave, which the only hard part is winning the lane in early game. But the thing about wave management which makes it harder is you have to consistently watching the map and guessing the enemy next move, so you can prepare your wave for example, in mid and late game, you must pay attention to objectives timer, so you can push the lane and crash it into the turret. If enemy responds, they will get number disadvantages or they have to burn their TP. But if they don't respond, they will lose XP and gold. And if you apply wave management in early game, eventually you will destroy the turret. So what we should do after that? After that, laning phase is over, right? As a top laner, you should try to get enemy jungle control and help your mid laner sometime. But remember, if you push and stay in the lane, in enemy vision, which we will call it overstay, you will die. As a mid laner, you are free to roam everywhere because you can push the wave and have a tempo lead. As a bot laner, it's same as top lane with a bit difference, which is your support is free to roam and ADC can easily farm and back. In all three situations, warding and jungle control is essential. Before we go on timing tricks, let's see which one is more important. In the top lane, most important one is slow pushing, but most punishing and game winning is freezing. Because if you are able to freeze the wave, you will get gold lead and sometimes EXP lead. But in the mid lane, fast pushing, then slow pushing, sometimes, not very often, freezing is good too. For bot lane is slow pushing, then freezing. But overall, best one is slow pushing and hard one is freezing. But it all depends on your champion and enemy champion. It will adapt in every situation and matchup, so try to adapt. Let's get some timing tricks for every lane. For top lane, if your jungler wants to invade your jungler opponent, you must get wave control at level 1. You can do it by auto-attacking 1 minion, only 1 minion, nothing more. But if he wants to fight for a scuttle trap, you need to let your enemy slow push your wave, so when the fight happens, you have a lower minion number. So in the meantime, fight is happening, your enemy will lose XP and gold more than you, but it should not crash to the turret. Remember, it should not crash. For mid lane is the same, but with a bit difference, because mid lane is a short lane. Getting lower number is a bit harder because it crashes so easily. So pay attention to the wave and do not let it stack so much. For bot lane is a lot harder because it's a dual lane and your duo will affect your lane with spells and support item, so pay attention and tell them to what to do or what not to do. If they crash the wave or ruin the wave, it's not your fault. There is nothing you can do. You can just tell them to what to do and what not to do. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the second and third video, which I will explain about how to break a freeze, how to play against someone that is applying a slow push or fast push, and basically how to get out of the mess. For the third video, I will show you some tips and tricks about wave management which pros and challengers are using, which one of them is at level 1, some of them are in late game, but stay tuned. Thanks for watching.